It's very dark. I look awful. I look terrible. I have all these videos, like 4 videos, on how what went down at the animal shelter, why I resigned. This is a very traumatic experience, and I really need to get them uploaded um, and to help process that something's going on with our Wi-Fi, and I can't get them up. So I'm just shooting this out on my tablet. Yeah, I'm a complete dork. If you know what that is, you get extra points. But I wanted to comment on, kind of a little bit that spurred me on to start doing videos again. And one of them is that I had such a long period of super cool, nobody, really, just a few key people who knew what bipolar was, would notice. And as you all know, I can't do anything without my chapstick. And for so many years I went like that. And I'm 49. I'll be 50 this year. Not too long from now. And it has taken, it's different. It's so different now. I feel like I'm spending less and less time in normal mood. I am either having a few days of hypomania, sometimes mania, and then just like boom to the bottom. It could happen in the middle of the day, or I could wake up that way. But usually I can feel it happening during the day. And I'll be depressed for a little while, and I'll just do this for like for a bunch of cycles, and then or I have a solid week of mixed with the irritability and emotional outbursts, anger outbursts, very scary. And when I was at work, because I was so focused on work, I was able to control it. And then I would come home, and then somehow that was different. And I couldn't contain it because it would grow throughout the day. So not only was it growing by the time I got home, not only was it worse, it was that I had less to keep myself in line, and the only person that lived here was my mom, and so it would all come out on her, and she was ready to move out to St. Louis area where my brother is and leave me here in the house alone. And I was like, because I was being such an asshole. And I tried to explain to her that I can't stop it. I cannot do anything about it. I am not being that way on purpose or because I'm petty or but it just there's I can't if I could stop it, I would. I do. Nobody knows how much I do when I have that to try to manage it and keep it from coming out. Trying to focus on a task or project or walk, exercise, less caffeine, Xanax, additional Xanax, and I take my meds. I'm a perfect med taker. My day's entirely scheduled. I do every single freaking thing I'm supposed to do. And when my mind takes control of my body, I can't stop it. I try so hard. And and then with the ones with the hypomania for a little while and things don't seem so bad and I get so much done and I have such great ideas and I can talk to anybody. I'm funny, positive, and then all of a sudden, I can feel it just evaporate in minutes, and I'm completely depressed and negative, pessimistic. I decided to do the dog training, little business, nothing major, after the animal shelter, and it hasn't been long, but I was so psyched getting all the stuff ready for advertising, picking out a name, and getting my manual together how I want it, and I felt really good, and I was really really productive and was getting so much done, and then I got the biggest amount done, and I realized I had been using that time to get things done but also to keep my mind off of things. And as soon as I got those things done, or I don't know which came first, did I get done and then my brain had more time to think about what happened and then I got depressed? Or did I get depressed and my depressed mind chose to bring up the negative things? I don't know which. I just know that within moments, my hypomania went to severe depression. And instead of being psyched and thinking about how I'm going to be training and, and I'm going to have all these training gigs and I have a lot of good people helping me out, passing out cards to anyone who asks. There's nobody else doing it in my area. So, um, but there were always some but what ifs. But I didn't have them in my mind because I was getting stuff ready, getting, prepared, um, and then boom. And nobody's gonna hire me to train their dog. I mean, yeah, I can do it, but why would someone want me to train their dog? People that I used to work with at the shelter, they're probably telling everyone not to go to me for training. I'm probably gonna go and like show up at somebody's house and totally screw things up and look like a complete asshole, and nothing's gonna work out. And if I take my dog for demonstration, he's gonna not do anything and I'm gonna look like an idiot. And why won't my mom help me take pictures and do video of me, what my dog can do? 'Cause I've trained my dog to do so much. And so I can post it on the Facebook page. But what does it matter? Nobody's, and then I start thinking about what happened, and I just wish I could get my stupid videos uploaded. I guess I don't know. I wanted to upload them straight. This one's going straight to YouTube, so I want to see if it works any better. But my bottom line of this video is, well, there's two things. I'm spending less and less time in a normal mood, and I'm not as able to recognize when I'm not in a normal mood, which makes me feel more dependent. And I'm constantly questioning all my behavior. Is this normal, or is this manic, or is this depressive? And another thing I thought of today just suddenly is I thought to myself, it just came to me, I think I'm lonely. I'm the kind of person that likes to have a lot of alone time. But I do crave the occasional, I don't know, discourse. And I maybe got my fill at work, because you go to work and then when you leave, you can be quiet in your own home. And nobody's there to bother you, and that's kind of ideal. But now I don't go to work, and the only person I talk to is my mom. I think I'm lonely, and I don't think I have felt lonely in a very, very, very long time. I think the last time I felt lonely was before I started volunteering at the animal shelter, and that was 10 years ago. So it's been 10 or more that I think, so I'm not even really sure what this feeling is that I'm feeling. But I do know that I'm liking, doing my vlogs again and maybe that's relieving some of the loneliness. But I still sometimes just want to, even though I'm not suicidal, but sometimes the difficulties become overwhelming, and I just want to disappear. Like, I don't know. I don't know what, like, I don't, I just, I'm just having one of those points where I don't want to be bipolar. And I'm also concerned that because the illness does evolve as you get older, and if you start having mixed episodes and they get more and more, the prognosis is not as good. And so, I mean, I don't want to be crazy all the time. You know, I don't want to be like, when I don't have any kids, when there's nobody to take care of me, I'm going to be like this crazy person that's completely out of reality and be vulnerable to the nut jobs that take care of crazy old people. Who knows what's going to happen to me? Um, so, so, you know, I don't want to be me right now. I, I think another thing that's making me sad is that every year I go to the Renaissance Festival, and I will go there alone. I like to go there alone. I take my dog, but I like to go alone. And I save up all year so I can buy whatever I want, whatever I see that I like, I can buy. It's the one thing I do every year. And I dress up, yes, um, as like last year before, I did a costume contest for Game of Thrones, and I was the waif. And I got second place, but the Sansa that won, she just got that costume out of a bag, I swear. But everybody voted for her because she had a dog with her as lady. But my costume was spot on. And, but I won the trivia. Um, and I go, and it's like, I'm free. Nobody knows me. Well, actually, they know me now. They know my dog. They know his name. They know me because I spend money there. But I usually go as a witch. I have a couple different witch outfits. I'm not talking like Wicked Witch of the West witch, or Halloween witch. I'm talking like something a little more along the lines of a Harry Potter witch. And I go and I have these elaborate brooms I made with, they have wands and wand holders, and I mean, it's ridiculous how much. And I go out, and little kids think I'm really a real witch. I mean, I'll have conversations with them about why I can't do magic right there in the middle of the park and stuff. And and I always get season pass. These little things to go with it. And I go like every weekend. I'd go Saturday, Sunday every weekend. It's like 8 weekends. And I take my picture with all the different characters. With not my picture, my dog, with the characters, and and other things like that. And because of COVID, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to go. And I'm not working, so I don't have the money. I mean, unless there was some possible way I can, if we get a stimulus check and I save some of it. Um, but I, um, but I don't know if anybody will be going and if I would go at all because my mom, she's older and she has asthma and I can't go in a crowd. And if there weren't a crowd and I went, it would be a bummer because, maybe half the vendors wouldn't show up. And they won't announce anything on their Facebook page regarding that. Like, so, I'm really bummed out about that. And I was just joking around telling my mom that if I don't get to the Ren Fest this year, don't be surprised if you see me walking around in my costumes. Um, so, so I'm kind of bummed. It's kind of weird how I can be in a crowd and like it, but I'm alone at the same time. But it's best when my dog's with me because they all go for the dog first. He's an icebreaker. And I do have, excuse me, I'm sorry. That's part of his job. Anyway, so hopefully this will upload. I think it's something wrong with our internet, but I just wanted to let you know that I have some really interesting videos to post that I'm trying to get up. And I'm doing everything I can because I have time on my hands. Alright, good night.